Hey, it's Dr. Fred, TMT, Tuesday Morning Transformation. Today is 2 questions that you ask yourself for every person in your life. So what's the basic premise here? We are a spirit on a soul journey having human experiences. C.S. Lewis says, you don't have a soul, you are a soul, you have a body. So knowing that, then that prompts the questions, how do we view all the relationships in our life? So when we look at, if we believe that we're spirit first, that means everybody else is spirit first, and we have the universal law and principle of unity, meaning the innate spirit in you is the same as the innate spirit in me. And we're here, and spirits and people come together to help us, to support us, to guide us, to teach us, and sometimes to be a mirror of the things that we don't want to see in ourselves. So the principle of unity also says there's a little bit of all of us in every one of us. So when we know that, then really what becomes the most important relationship in our life? The relationship with ourself. And so when we have that as a foundation and we love ourselves unconditionally, then the expression of that really determines the relationship with everybody else. Now some people say, well, it's a relationship with God. Well, we know, hey, if we carry shame and guilt and all these emotions, that can cloud the relationship with God. And so really, when we love ourselves unconditionally, then God is automatic. So for those people that have that objection, then we'll handle that. So now we look at this, we say, okay, the principle of unity, and that's the most important relationship. Jay Shetty says, I got this from a Jay Shetty video, people come into our lives for 3 reasons. Number 1, they come in for a season, limited time. Number 2, they come in for a reason. And 3, they come in for a lifetime. So we have a season, a reason, and lifetime. Now in Proverbs 19:4 it says, what's it say? It says, wealth has many friends. Yeah, it's somewhere around here. It says, but I'm paraphrasing 19:4. It says, here we go. Wealth makes many friends, but the poor is separated from his friends. So wealth has many friends. What's that mean? In times of abundance, when life's great, hey, you got money, you got stuff, you're having fun. Man, it's easy to find people to come around you. They want to be around the fun guy, right? But when you have challenges, you notice all of a sudden you hear crickets. Because people have problems managing their own lives sometimes. So when we have problems, right, we really learn who are our really friends. The seasons and the reasons. They give us seasons and reasons. And then there's lifetimes. So we know that, and we know seasons and reasons, then what happens is people come in our life and then they leave our life based on our level of consciousness. So what's that mean? It feels like we have loving relationships and then they're gone. And this is why it's so important. If we're looking for love and acceptance outside ourselves, and we don't understand the most important relationship is unconditional love for ourselves, then it feels like love comes and goes. Our reference point becomes outside. Our identity of ourself now becomes unstable, and then we have judgment and pain, when that's really not what it's like at all. So let's look at these 3 reasons. First of all, let's look at a season. Hey, those are people that come in our life. That may be a relationship. It could be a business partner, right? And as your soul purpose changes, people come in with the consciousness and level that you're at. And as you raise your consciousness and level, then those people go out and new people come in. It's just like with things. So an example, I had an office manager when I was practicing chiropractic, and man, I was all fired up and I was helping people and our practice was growing, and I didn't check on her. What I found out later was all of a sudden, like, our practice is the biggest it's ever been and we're making the least amount of money. How'd that happen? Because to me it wasn't about money, right? But then I thought, okay, that doesn't match. And then I found out she was embezzling funds. So 2 questions. What did I learn? What am I going to do? 2 questions for every relationship. So what did I learn? Inspect what you expect. Because I wasn't checking over anything, right? What did I do? I looked at monthly reports and I began matching things, and that's how I found out. So I had another relationship. Well, I had tons of relationships. Oh, I used to have the mantra, trust people until they show you you can't trust them. So I would get in relationships, I would do business interactions. My thing was, well, I trust them, so I'm going to trust them until they show me I can't. Well, then what did I learn? By the time they show you that you can't trust them, it's already too late. Something happened. That was like the office manager. I had business partners like that. So what do? I follow my intuition, because when I look back, something told me something wasn't right. Now, I had another relationship, right, where things weren't going very well, and I knew there was something fishy going on. And so I told her, I go, God's going to show me what's going on. And when I find out, you're out this fast. So I found out there was infidelity. I didn't take it personally, because what did I learn? I learned to follow my intuition. Did God show me? Yes, because I live by faith. I'm a spiritual being. As soon as I said, God will show me, it was quickly revealed. Boom, she was out of my house. So did I have a ton of pain? No, because I thought she lost a really great guy. But obviously, hey, that was my opinion of myself. Hey, that unconditional love thing sometimes works. So, another example, for a season, I had another relationship, and when we would get in a disagreement, she would have to leave for 3 hours because, like, I'm mad, I can't think, all this. Well, after my wife passed away, the biggest disappointment wasn't that she passed, it was that we wasted so much time arguing about stupid stuff. So I would be frustrated. 3 hours, we could solve this in 5 minutes. What did I learn? That there's a finite amount of minutes in my life, and I don't want to waste them being disconnected in a relationship. What do? Now I choose relationships where people can process their emotion on the spot, and something doesn't have to be 3 hours or 3 days. It can be 5 minutes. We can come into agreement. We can move on in a loving way. So those are examples of relationships that are in season. So it's not love that was lost. What it is what did I learn? Man, that relationship helped me learn more about myself. And because I'm a soul on a human journey, I see, wow, I'm gaining wisdom through relationships. I get to see a mirror of myself. Now, what's reasons? People sometimes are like angels. They just come in your life, they say one thing, poof, and then they're gone. It's like the tracks in the snow where someone helps you out, and then all of a sudden the tracks disappear. People come in and out of our life. It could be that, that one thing, you have a problem, all of a sudden somebody shows up to help you. I went through that. I had to walk away from a big investment with my book, You're More Powerful, and now this woman comes into my life, and she's helping me do marketing. She doesn't ask for anything. It's like an angel shows up. Bernice, probably watching this. And, sometimes I know I'm out to lunch, and I'm just sitting at a bar eating my double patty grass-fed burger with onions and mushrooms, and it's dripping all over. Everything is totally awesome. But someone sits next to you, and all of a sudden they say, what do you do? I tell them I'm a chiropractor. Then I find out they have an autoimmune disease. And then I find out, wow, I never knew. I've been to chiropractors for back pain, but I never knew it was for that. And I send them to a chiropractor that can actually correct their spine and turn around an autoimmune disease. One conversation, person sitting next to you. And what's that wisdom that you can impart? I've already gotten texts from people that bought the book, You Are More Powerful. They heard about it from someone, they saw it on social media. I don't even really have a relationship yet. They text me, I got your book and it changed my life. Thank you. So we go through challenges, and people come in for a reason, and they come and go, yet it makes an impact in our life. So what are we going to do? Find the gift in every relationship, even if it's 5 minutes. Have the core value that everybody I interact with, even if it's 5 minutes, I want to leave them with something better. Because they crossed my path, I want them in some way to be better than they were the 5 minutes before we met. So that's what I do, right? So we have the core value, honor all relationships, and leave people better because they met you. Then we get into lifetime. These are souls that we travel through our life with. These could be our family. It's your spouse, it's your kids, it's these friends that you have unwavering commitment. And so what do you experience? Unconditional love. These are, when you're poor, and I don't mean poor as far as financially, I mean when you have challenges in your life, they are there. Man, they support us. They're there carrying us. They never leave, and you never leave them. And those people that, man, if I needed anything, they'd be standing in front of me in a second. And those are lifetime, right? So how do we do that? Now, here's the next thing. So we appreciate those. Now, what do? We receive unconditional love, so we give unconditional love back. Now, here's the challenge. What do those lifetime relationships do? Not only do they support you and love you unconditionally, they're also the people that tell you what you don't want to hear. Why? Because they love you unconditionally, They tell you what you don't want to hear. Does that sound a lot like your spouse? Does that sound a lot like your kids? Now here's the problem with those unconditional loving relationships. The people that are closest to you are also the last ones that you want to hear it from, right? Because what do you want to hear? How your spouse thinks you could be better? How your kids think you could be better? No, those aren't the ones. How your boyfriend or girlfriend, right? So that's the thing. Okay, what do I do? Man, I honor those relationships and I love them unconditionally. Or I'm sorry, what did I learn? I'm learning unconditional love. Now what am I going to do? Maybe it's the hardest thing that you ever do from the person you want to hear it from the least, and that is say, you know what, you're right. Oh, ouch. Oh, was that a gut punch or what? Telling the people you don't want to hear it from that they're right. So I'm going to give you 5 things you can do. Are you ready? Number 1, love yourself unconditionally. That's the most important relationship of your life. Every relationship is a reflection of that. 2, honor all the relationships in your life, the seasons, the reasons, and the lifetimes. 3, eliminate judgment, right? Because what they're doing is those people in relationships are revealing something about yourself. Number 4, see the purpose and gain wisdom. Is this person showing me my old self, or are they showing me where I want to go with my new self? And number 5, respect the journey of others. So let's go. Love yourself unconditionally, honor all relationships, eliminate judgment, see the purpose and gain wisdom, and then respect the soul journey of other people. All right, you guys, I hope that benefits you. It's a great reminder for me. Thank you. Love you. See you next week. Go get You Are More Powerful, Dr. Fred DiDomenico. You're more powerful than you think. Go to Amazon. Get that. It'll change your life. Love you.